Whoa.
Hey.
Yes, man, it's best, man. You're tuned into We Live.
We learn.
We learn.
You're live. You know where you're at. You know where you're at.
Trust
Hope
me.
you've been watching all the pods and that. Yeah, what did we just release? Path to Purpose.
Yep, that's
Listen,
right.
man, get onto it. Dope episodes. You know, we talk, we
Trust
entertain, we educate. We're doing a lot, man.
Trust me.
You know what I mean? #1 podcast out in this biz.
100%.
Talk the things, bro.
Yeah, so you're due to subscribe, like, and share all day, every day. So we're here. We're back from an eventful weekend,
Straight
man.
to it.
You know what I mean? If you watched the last episode, we put out Path to Purpose, our What's Happening segment. We touched on the fight that just happened on the weekend.
Yeesh.
Dubois versus Usyk. And we're going to get straight into it, man. Bro, I'm upset. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. Especially from someone you've seen growing up from a little boy into, you know, let's have it right. He's a 27-year-old and he's managed to do a lot of things. But however, on the night, yeah, he didn't deliver. You know, I want to hear your take on that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a wild weekend, man. Man, I was I was like in between listening to the Undefeated guys on True Geordie's podcast, and I was like, because I was on the way to like, it's mad, it's bare segues, isn't it? To the 505 way, you know, Shiesty's event.
Yeah.
So,
big up Shiesty, man.
Big up Shiesty,
I'm going to
man.
pull up sometime, yeah, man. Yeah, big up Shiesty, man.
Listen, man, dope event, man.
Trust
dope
me.
event as well.
Yeah.
Big up Danny from Fight Fan Live TV. Big up my guy, Tony Pugilist. So big up Tony Pugilist twice, because shout out to you on the engagement with your missus as well. Hope that all goes well. But yeah, there's all the guys in the building, man. Chris Congo, Jamie TKV. Yeah. Anyway, we got all that.
You know what happened? My leg injured, so really I'm supposed to go with a team, innit? Be a part of Team Dubois. But big up Raphael, Old Tight Riley for, you know, being a part of that team, watching the whole experience. And that's what we provide over here. We live, we learn. And shout out to the honourable team, RMDA Network. They were able to be a part of that, you know, part of the whole build-up. Go to the Team Dubois' house, have dinner with them, and lead up to the fight.
That's a vibe, man.
Yeah, man, trust me.
So that's what RMDA be doing, yeah, putting young guys on.
You know what I mean?
With these big opportunities.
And this is what, bro, and this is what sponsors, I can't talk for every sponsor, but this is what sponsors and companies and partnerships should probably entail in a fine deal. You know, if you want the person you're representing to like get the best out of a situation. So no, it was a good look, man. Up until, well, I mean, the whole experience was good for them. Yeah. Didn't end how we probably wanted it to. Not probably how we wanted it to, but you know, it was good for experience.
I hear that, man. Mad. Let me get back to the question that you asked me as well. Because I did that manic thing where I just
that's how we
went that way, innit?
No, man.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, we're talking about this, but we're talking about, let me not do it again.
Once the lights are on, it's showtime, innit? Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we move, man.
So, but in regards to the fight, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say Daniel didn't deliver. I would say that Daniel was up against a titan, you know what I mean, in Usyk. And when I say that, that's not to say that, you know, that's not to little man Daniel. But definitely when you're dealing with an all-time great, it's different. And when I say levels, it's not to say to make everybody else look smaller. You know, when you look at, let's say in football, you look at Ronaldo, you look at Messi. Yeah. And then you start saying, okay, then there's everybody else. But everybody else is like still ridiculous, like they're sick. Yeah. But there's just a big gap between those two levels. And that's what it showed. The thing is that Usyk, he always surprises when he comes to fight anyway. He studies his opponents very well, and I've got to say this early before I even forget. If you look at the final punch that he delivered to end the fight, it was all about the counter. He was countering Daniel all night, and the counter that he countered, he called it Ivan.
Ivan. Yeah. Look at me, I'm Ivan.
So,
over,
you know there was. It was a left hook, right? And it was off the back of Daniel throwing that short hook himself. That's the same short hook that he used to knock out AJ. So this is someone who's well studied. Yeah. And if you look, he kind of cross-blocked it and then bam, quick.
That's it.
With the left hand. And I've never seen Usyk throw a punch so ferociously. He threw it all the way from Kiev. And said, listen, I want to finish this competition
right now,
in this way. Now, why did he feel he needed to wind up? I never saw him do that with Fury. I never saw him do that with AJ. You know, I saw more of a respectful bout. You know, kind of like, I'm gonna outbox you if you wanna. Maybe it would have come if those guys would have put a bit more pressure on, like Daniel was putting on. But that ferocity, I felt like for Usyk, it felt a bit personal. You know, like raw, like man, I'm questioning my integrity in that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not Daniel.
Yeah.
But it felt like, you know, Don Charles, what's his name, George Fox. Like they were questioning Usyk's integrity. And honestly speaking, bro, if it was me, and I know we speak, you know, we speak about these things. Like boxing isn't just about the physical; it's about the mental, psychological as well. So these are like little advantages and disadvantages you can gain in a fight. Right. And when you're winding up a guy who doesn't really respond to being wound up, to me, it doesn't make it's the wrong tactic. And it's a guy, it's an aged guy. Don't get me wrong, he's a very disciplined aged guy, but he's an aged guy. You want to lull that guy into a full sense of security. You want that guy to feel like his time's coming to an end, he's winding down. Don't give the guy more fuel to go and train hard to make sure that he finishes the fight emphatically. He's already that good.
I hear you on the fact that my thing, I would say, do you think that because the threat of Dubois is the reason why he wanted to take Dubois out quick? Do you think if it went on longer?
I think the longer it went on, the more it favoured Usyk.
Okay.
The longer it went on. So finishing it quick was actually against Usyk's style. Usyk finishes fights stronger.
Yeah, he saw an opening and he took it.
Yeah. So, and part of it was that if you look, Daniel was trying to jab his way through as he does. That we all know about the strong jab that he has. But you can see by the second round that, you know, Daniel didn't really want to, he wasn't having much success with that jab. He was catching gloves. You know what I'm saying? Usyk's gloves. And don't get me wrong, that force was still pushing Usyk back.
It was going through, it was picking up.
It was pushing him back.
Yeah.
But for Daniel, that's got, for any fighter, and you've seen it, everyone says, oh, I know the secret to beat Usyk. Everybody's got the secret to beat Usyk. Go in, do this, go in. Yeah, you got to run in and rush in like a bull. Daniel Dubois is a 27-year-old man in his prime. He practically rushed in. It didn't work. Smart man says you've got to change tactics, and this is what happens.
Right,
you know what I mean? Plus, when you rush in, you create more openings for Usyk. But again, you have to adjust. You have to adjust and you have to reset when it comes to Usyk. Problem is, he's always adjusting and resetting. Always. And that's the level of IQ, boxing IQ that he has. But all the technicals aside, it was a fun fight.
No, it was a fun fight
to watch.
So stuff in terms of like the preparation leading up to the fight. I'm hearing that Usyk was there way earlier than Dubois. Got the opportunity to heat up and whatnot and warm up, and then Team Dubois got there a bit later. You know what I mean? Do you think that played a part in the overall preparation for a young Dubois?
I think something like that could have played a part. Watching Dubois, how he functions, I wouldn't say that that's something that would have upset his rhythm. It depends how late is late as well. Do you know what I mean? Are we talking about AJ late when he turned up to the stadium 45 minutes before or hour before his fight time? No time to warm up, no time to wrap your gloves properly. That's different. And for someone, again, character-wise, for someone like AJ, that's going to affect him because he's a bit of an overthinker. Whereas Dubois isn't really an overthinker. He just goes in and in his mind, he knows what he's got to go out and go and do. So I can't say that was a factor. It doesn't mean that it wasn't. Just to me, I feel like, again, it depends on what time, because definitely turning up late can, like I said, even getting your hands wrapped and the warm-up process. But I thought he was warm. I thought he was doing his warm-ups in the background. He was sweating before he came out the way it should be. But it could play a part anyway.
Listen, at the end of the day, you know, the fighter is going to fight. But it's for, and this is generally speaking, for the team to do all they can to make sure the fighter has the best opportunity possible.
Correct.
So, the nutrition, the lead up, the support, the time you arrive, and even your corner, you know, the corner.
There's talk about the corner.
There's talk about the corner. Just going to talk about briefly, and you know, Don Charles and Stan Dubois, or Dave Dubois. I'm hearing, and I can't really speak too much on this, but I'm just hearing that there was a bit of a, you know, confusion from who Daniel should take command from.
Yeah.
You know, is it your dad, your father essentially, who's, you know, who put you into the sport, or your coach who's meant to be responsible for that, you know,
in the fight, in the ring.
You thingy. That's a part to play with it. And sometimes,
so?
as much as we like to say it, yeah, you've said it before, and you're right to a certain, you know, boxing is a lonely sport, yeah, to a certain degree.
Drop my mic, bro. Hold on.
Yeah. Now, boxing is a lonely sport to a certain degree. However, you know, it's also a team sport. You know, but you're essentially the point of contact. You are the bullet that comes out the chamber. But rather than that, all these things are a component to the performance of the fighter. So, it was, you know, because I know that Daniel has the potential to be great. Now, again, in the next 10 years' time, where do we see Daniel?
It's a good question. And
you know what I mean? He's 27, Usyk's 38. So more or less that's what I'm trying to say. He'll be 38. He's 28 this year. So he'll be same age as Usyk in a decade.
And what will he have achieved by then?
Yeah.
Look, regardless, let's start with even saying that at age 27, he's achieved more than most people have achieved in their lives.
In terms of sports,
In terms of sport, in terms of anything. Like,
no, from
sporting. I'm saying most people, innit?
Yeah.
What are you doing before age 27, innit? There's not, you can't say that the majority of people are on bits and that. But yeah, okay, cool, let's keep it to sports. As a heavyweight boxer, he has become a heavyweight champion. He has fought Usyk, AJ, beaten AJ as well, you know, dethroned the king, so to speak. He's fought Joe Joyce, who was a danger at a point. He's fought. So he's had a lot of fights. He's had a lot of fights in the division, on the top end of the division. I still think there are more fights for him to have if he wants, because I'm not saying that he's going to quit or he should quit. I'm just saying, should he want to continue, there are fights for him there on the table, fights that he can win.
100%.
And fights that he can put himself back on the table as a talking point. We've got a few guys coming up who will probably overlap his era. You're looking at Moses Atalma, who poses a threat. You've got Caballero out there now, who's doing his thing. Like, these are the guys that I think will give him trouble. We don't know what would have happened in the Joseph Parker fight. This is a box that I feel Daniel should have ticked before he went to the Usyk fight. Right? I feel he should have ticked that box. And the reason is, it would have given him more confidence, you know, dealing with Joseph Parker. It would have given him more gravitas with the public. Not that he needs that, but it's just good to tick some boxes for your own, so that confidence is real within yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And again, Joseph Parker's a bit of a mover. He's a halfway house between the heavyweights and someone like Usyk who moves around. AJ standing in front of you with his hands low. Yeah, of course you're a heavy punch, you're going to clip him. Jarrell Miller, as much of an engine as he's got, he's not punching as hard as those other guys. So I'm not trying to diminish them. I'm just saying about the steps. You get me? Who was the other one? Hrgovic. Sometimes he looks lazy in the ring, bro. But let's have it right. Daniel took some serious right hands from Hrgovic. But again, that would be the point. Talking about going forward, what's next for Daniel? That would be the point that I would raise to Daniel Dubois' team to address first and foremost. If he can't, Daniel's feet are quite quick, getting in and out, right? But his head movement isn't very good. Now, if your head movement isn't very good, let's work on your guard. Let's work on your guard. Let's work on the high guard. Let's work on how to block, parry. You know what I mean? You understand? Sometimes your hands aren't always going to be quicker than your opponent.
No, yeah, definitely. Defense, man, for me. You know, anyway, I love it. I love defense, man. When I'm working defense, because at the end of the day, listen, man, boxing's a dangerous sport. Yeah, we all get into it, especially if you're a professional boxer. What is the thing? Get in, get your money, get out. For me, anyway, sometimes I speak. Yes, from a fan, but as a father as well. For to get in, get out. And this is why I got to big up Floyd Mayweather every time. You know, art, defense, all the time. Hit and don't get hit. stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. So no, I'm just echoing what you're saying, bro,
I hear it.
about in terms of Dubois moving forward. And that's a perfect segue into the next question I was going to ask you. Where do you see him going forward? Where, if you was in Team Dubois camp now, and he said, you know what, we'll talk about Dubois and we'll talk about. Or actually, let me just say first of all, do you see? Is it worth them a trilogy? And we'll go on to the other one after.
I think the fact that it was 2 stoppages, no. Let Usyk sail off in the sunset. Let him be the great that he is. That is what it is. You've shared a piece of that history with Usyk. Take that with you. Use that as a measuring stick and go forward. We've seen this before with who? Saul, Alvarez, Canelo. Yeah, when he got beaten by Floyd Mayweather, he got beaten quite comprehensively. But what did he go on and do after that? You understand? Because you were in there with the greatest of that era. So you take those lessons, you use that. Don't get disheartened. Yeah, you put that as part of your armor. You understand?
Listen, bro, 100%. 100%. You gotta know when to leave the casino, man. Bro, listen, you put your chips in the thing, you lose £100. Yeah, you put another £100. Bro, it's either, you know what, go away, come back another day, or go to another machine and play your thing. But you know what I mean?
And I say that as well, like, let me just even add, it's not even just Dubois who doesn't need this trilogy. AJ doesn't need this trilogy, and neither does Fury. I don't want to hear nothing about any of those 2 guys fighting Usyk. It's 2 and done. Normally it's 1 and done. Usyk didn't have to fight none of them twice.
I don't think they're both even needed. I don't think.
You understand?
I think Dubois can definitely go off and have a successful career, and Usyk doesn't need to do it either. Nothing to prove. So, where would you see Dubois' next? If you said, you know what, the next fight for Dubois, don't want to go into 3 fights, just the next fight for Dubois will make sense to you, and the next fight for Usyk, or even if you see Usyk having another fight.
The next fight for Dubois has to be a confidence builder, because I could imagine, being losing in that way. No matter how much of a brave face that you put on, it's going to take something out of you. You know what I'm saying? So my thing would be work on defense. Pick a pudding, as they call them, a Dutch gentleman, a pudding, but someone who's of an attacking nature,
Right.
This is me assuming that the team have gone back and started to work on Daniel's defense, so that he can start to implement some of these tactics, these defensive tactics in the ring against, not necessarily a live dog, but against, someone who's got good attacking prowess. That's the first fight. And then you build him back up again.
But who then? Who would you say?
Oh, we're talking names?
Who would you say? Who would you say?
Oh, man, there isn't in the division right now. You pick someone like, I would say Otto Wallin, but Otto Wallin, I don't know if he's going to really be on Dubois like that. He might, because he got beat up by AJ quite badly, and he got beat up by Derek Chisora as well recently. So that would have been, it's that kind of level though. You know what I'm saying? Like Pulev, I don't think a Joseph Parker fight is the fight next anymore. You know what? If I'm honest with you, if it's on the table, it's a worthwhile jump fighting Fury. Nah. I wouldn't fight Fury next. He still needs that in-between fight and then put a Fury fight on the table. Because I still think that Dubois is dangerous against any other heavyweight in the division.
What would you say, Ruiz?
Ruiz ain't showed up, so we can't even really call for Ruiz like that. And Ruiz himself is a dangerous fighter as well. He's got quick hands.
This is a thing, because you said a pudding, but I don't necessarily think a pudding is...
The man that we mentioned ain't puddings, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying someone that's gonna... Because that's the whole point of confidence building, isn't it? Finding someone that you feel, it's gonna be a challenge to you. Not someone I'm just gonna, muck about with and just test my, someone that's gonna be, boy.
Yeah,
names. Welcome to put names in a comment.
Yeah, man.
So for Usyk, who would you say Usyk would be next, or is it worth him hanging up his gloves?
I think for Usyk, I would say retire now. Retire now at the top. However, I don't think he will. He's already said he wanted 2 fights before Dubois. I think the last fight, he's calling AJ and them lot because that's probably the money side, but we all know that Usyk isn't driven by money.
Yeah.
If you have to have another fight, I would say it has to be a legacy-defining fight. And the only person out there right now, well, there are 2 people I would say, and that's Caballero or Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
And I think Joseph Parker deserves the shot more. I think he's next in line for a title shot anyway. And the way he got, he's been overlooked. He deserves a shot. Let him have the shot at Usyk. Let them 2 have a go at it. Yeah. And then let Usyk run off into the sunset. I know why Usyk probably wants this other fight, because now what is he? He's 3-time undisputed, once at cruiserweight, twice at heavyweight. As small as he is in the land of giants, yeah?
Can you imagine? Yeah.
Right, amazing feat, like ridiculous. But I reckon he hasn't had as many heavyweight fights as the likes of an Ali or whatever to say that you're of that same level. Yeah. So I think this fighting a contender, dealing with a mandatory, will cement that undisputed legacy, especially if he wins it. It just gives him that little bit more, and I think that's what he's looking for. Usyk's a competitor, isn't it? Yeah. But ultimately, I'd like to see him either hang up the gloves now before he does get old and he gets beaten, or have one more fight, legacy-defining fight, if you like, just to say I walked through the division, hang it up after that, no more.
That's it.
Go and look after your family. You understand what I'm saying? Knowing that you've achieved you've clocked the game already.
It's 100%. It's more so giving someone an opportunity, really. He doesn't need to prove anything at this stage now. But like you said, someone like a Parker, man, he deserves it, you know what I mean?
Let him have a go.
Yeah, have a go. If Parker does well, great. If Usyk, but Usyk does not have to be fair, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I think you've covered it. I think it's, it's a beautiful sport, boxing, man. The turns, the ups and downs, but, we're here for it. We're here for it, man.
Yeah, man.
Any closing remarks?
Yeah, just, Daniel, keep your head up. Keep your head up, Sean. You know what I mean? Keep your head up, man. And
we don't lose, we learn.
We learn. How many times you get up? That's what they say.
Fell forward.
Fell forward, man.
You know what I mean?
You've lost the fight, but it wasn't against anybody. Just know that you was up and accept that. That's another thing. Because integrity, but just don't be like the other guy who's pining for a fight, can't accept defeat. Accept it. It was a loss. I got bested. How do I move forward? What do I need to improve to make sure that if I come across a situation like that, I don't get caught with the same rubbish? Because there will be another fighter that might be similar to, he won't be Usyk, but he might have similar attributes. You want to make sure that you're guarded. Don't go into a fight, with someone who's got the same attributes and get fight the same way that you did before without having learned anything from the GOAT himself. You get what I'm saying? So I say the GOAT, one of the GOATs. Let me just clear that out, because I know I'll come for me. But definitely, that's what I'd say. Keep your head up, man. You know what I mean? You're not defined by your losses. You're defined by
your lessons, man.
By your lessons and the heart that you show in the game. You get me?
Man. But excellent. So remember, we're here. Subscribe, like, share. Yeah.
We live.
We learn.
We learn.
We're live.
Come on.